Hello and welcome back to what will be the last episode of Season 1. So we're just here in the office, just checking my charts, checking what I was supposed to be doing. We've got an old mission for the episode, because that was when we were heading to space to sort the asteroid base out. Since the subscriber goal being 100, it is now... we've reached 100, we're at 104 subscribers, so I just want to take a quick second to thank everyone who has subscribed in that time. Really appreciate it. Everybody who's commenting and liking the videos, really appreciate it, and it helps me to get the drive to get more done. Like I say, starting season 2 will be on the way as soon as this episode is wrapped up, basically. So there's a couple of things for you to vote on. The site that we will be using on the moon, and also the vehicle that I use when it comes to landing on the moon. So this episode I'll take the Aero A50 out and we'll fly up there, and we'll tour the crater sites, and then next episode, which will be the first of season 2, will either be in the moon landing pod or in the Aero A50. So again, you got to vote on those two things. The long-term goal that we're doing now is planting the flag on the moon. We're basically going there to set up industry and set up the infrastructure for transport back and forth to Earth, as well as maybe a little bit of tourism and that kind of industry. So without further ado, let's go and climb into the ship. So like I said, just clipping myself on the tree there. Like I said last episode, I did get smashed by Ravagers. They literally wanted to sit up here, come over the hill, and because of that, as we shot them down, they came down on the hillside, blew a couple of craters up here, quite a big one here, and a huge one went through here, sort of took out a lot of this. Other bits fell on here, got a lot of shooting in, basically took out all the weapons on that big ship and destroyed it. So that's why we won't be launching that, because it was a huge energy drain to build and I can't be bothered to fix it. So let's just get back in this bad boy, which is a lot smaller, as you can see. So again, the Aero A50, the interplanetary exploratory ship, which is set for 5 passengers. Just quickly heal up, and I'm going to check the inventory on ice. So I've got 45k in there and 17 in each of those. I also want to have a look at the hydrogen tanks. So the large one 100%, and they're all 100. Cool. So let's unlock ourselves, turn stockpile off. Okay, I'll unlock ourselves again in a minute. Everything else is on. Put the engines on and unlock again and take off. So there we go, there she is in flight. You can see it does look like we are kind of using a lot of thrust per thruster to stay airborne. So I'm probably going to need to be fairly quick about this before I head off.
Ship fuel low.
Turn them off a second, because it appears that those 4 gyros are not enough for this. And I also wanted to do the ore detector. So let's just reverse them. Oh, well, could have been a little dangerous, but she survived. Might be about to get attacked, so let's just have a look. I finished the ore detector, good. I don't think I need any more of them, but gyros. Let's get a few more of them. And let's see where we can fit these. I mean, they can go on the roof. Did I not pick? Or will it just not let me place it on? Yeah. So apparently the bench is in the way there. Oh, let's put one there. Just why not? Right, that out of the way a second. So you can go above the... Oh, it's because there's one higher. Okay, that makes sense. Just get some on the roof here. It's kind of meaning that I've got to duck under there now, which is a little bit annoying. Got to put them here, I suppose. That's a half block thing. Let's see if that's made any
Ship
difference.
fuel low.
Well, it's off. I really don't want you to be telling me that it's low on fuel. When it's still got the same amount in it as it did before.
Ship
Anyway,
fuel low.
so turn the engines on. Take off. And let's see. Yeah, that feels much more manageable. Okay. So I basically need to be heading up and around. I figure that the easiest thing to do here would be save them like that, and then if I turn them off. No, that's not right. That was not right.
Ship fuel critical.
It's the backwards ones that I want. We took all of those off. Hang on. Just forward. Would help if I turn them all back on. There we go. Cool. So now I should coast forwards and I can head up and conserve fuel a little bit, hopefully. So I'll try and get up and out of the atmosphere at least a little bit and head towards that moon approach. So we're starting to come out of Earth's gravity, 0.9. You can just see one of the bubbles there starting to show the top of the atmosphere. Try to pitch forwards just a little bit. It does look like we're making good progress here. We're sort of halfway down on our fuel. I probably should take the down thrusters. Save them and turn them off.
No fuel.
As well. What's that? My battery is out. Let's turn that on. Cool. And let's try and just get back to what we were doing. So we're at about half gravity and we are at full thrust there, and as soon as I let go it's coming down quite substantially still, so I'm just going to keep feathering the throttle a little bit until we get up and out completely from the gravity field. We're still climbing here, climbing very fast, going through 13,500 meters. just coasting along slowly, so hopefully we'll get out of the gravity field here in a couple of minutes. You can see I've apparently left the old pistons extended, which was obviously intentional. You can see we're at about quarter gravity now, and apparently my door is open as well. Just close that. And just keep feathering that throttle. Switch the battery over to recharge, because at the minute I don't think I'm using all the energy that the reactor is going to be creating, so just make sure that forwards momentum is still good as well. You see 63 kilometers and closing on our targeted destination, and we're now 0.15 nearly. There's 0.15 of G. Just focusing on the moon approach a little bit more. And come off to the right a little bit, because we are heading directly over to the right a bit more to catch that moon crater build site that's right in front of us there. Batteries, so they're going to be fully recharged in 10 hours, and the reactor is putting out full output, and it's not touched how much uranium is in there, so yeah, we're looking good. So just keep feathering that throttle on up and forwards, and with the reverse and down thrusters off, it's we don't have to take our dampeners off, so it is sort of slowing our fall, but we are still losing speed through this. We're sort of nearly out of the gravity well. It's 0.8. I could have jumped out earlier, but it would have been a longer journey outside of the gravity field, so just cut across it a little bit. Just make sure that that speed is maxed as much as possible again. these guys should be on, which they are. But for some reason... they are going up slowly, which is quite interesting, just not as quick as while I'm using it, so... not quite as quick as what I'm using it anyway. Start taking a look around because we're starting to see some asteroids appearing. And there we go, we're in 0G. So I can start turning myself this way. And we can come into here and put the backwards ones and the down ones on, so that we can start to decrease that up momentum. So there we go, slowing down. We'll just get that forwards and up on like that, and we can turn the dampeners off now that we're in space. Keep my eye on the direction that I'm heading. And then I feel like now is probably a good time, and we'll get rid of all that up momentum and we'll just start heading forwards. There we go, those top thrusters stop. We can turn the dampers off. And yeah, just start coasting this way towards the moon. So I've got 212 kilometers to go to get to the moon, and I'm not going to bore you with the entirety of that, but get a couple of nice shots of the Milky Way backdrop there. Might be Mars over there. And yeah, so I'll come back to you when we're coming into the moon's gravity well. So yeah, cool, I will see you then. So just bring you back quickly, because I just had a little sort of close run-in with an Imber Strike Claw fighter Mark II and an Imber drone fighter that were sort of very close to my flight path there. It looked a bit sketchy because I was coming towards them, they were coming towards me, but it does look like I am heading away from them now. So yeah, another 130 kilometers still to the moon, and yeah, just keeping my eye out for anything that's out here really, because I haven't got any weapons. So yeah, a little bit defenseless, but such is sailing the open oceans. We'll hopefully we'll get there safely. So yeah, I will bring you back again when I'm a little bit closer. Okay, so here we are back at the moon. Sun does appear to be on the opposite side of the moon at this current time, and some of my GPS locations seem to be out a little bit, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of searching still to find the other craters. But you can see there's tons and tons of them up here near the North Pole. Tempting, very tempting, especially that one near the tail end of the craft here. It's quite a nice crater, but this was the one that I came here for. So you can see this large crater actually has a couple of craters inside it. Here we are, just above the moon, and you can see it's a pretty sizable crater, this one. As you can see, even the crater inside it is pretty large, and yeah, you can fit a sizable city in this, but I actually think this one might be too large. So as build site 6 is above the moon by a long way, I'm just going to go and double check, because I might have set a high GPS above the crater. So let's head over there. And yeah, on the way, look, you'll see that there are plenty of other craters, all very interesting. Again, another large one there, just past on the left. Plenty of interesting shapes. Was there one out this way? I mean, it says there is. So what was I looking at? Is it this one, by any chance? Okay, so this one looks more size appropriate. It's actually got what I'm looking for as well, so I wanted that like in a ring to set one layer of the city on, and then the upper layer and the bottom layer, as well as having a peak in the middle. So this is definitely a contender. So I would say that this could be number 1. Green, so I can see where that one is. So yep, that's crater 1. Remember that one, because you'll need to vote for that. So I wasn't hugely keen on that one back over there, plus it's right by the pole, so it doesn't get an awful lot of sun. So let's head over this way to build site 4. Again, if we pass anything, that one on the right there, huge crater, not quite deep enough to really function the way I want it to. I think this was just a patch of craters with a few near one another, which actually meant that if I wanted to, I could set up a link between them. So this one has a double part to it. There's this one, which has got a couple of mini craters inside it, a couple over here, there's these ones, this one. Tempting, but I think this is a far too big of a project. So again, let's head off in this direction. And head over over towards build site 3. So this one here, actually just in front of me, is quite a nice crater again. It's got all the things I'm looking for, but I still think we're too close to the poles up here. Okay, build site 3 is another one of these huge craters with another one right next to it. So probably not. Just discovered a listening post. So we'll head out this way. We'll see what we find. So it appears that we've come to what is labelled twice and is only one build site. Maybe I labelled this one twice because this was the one I actually wanted. So if you look at the topography here, this is my #1 candidate, and because I can see what I want to get done here, I think this probably will be what I choose. As I say, there's like this ripply inner layer here which I can sort of mine away at a little bit and create an inner shelf. There's already some form of it where it climbs up here and you can sort of get out down here. And the other thing I like about this particular site is that the crater itself is actually nearly at the same level that the rest of the moon is. It's kind of carved down and in, with this very small lip that just protects whatever's inside it. So we can have networks of travel from up at the top that head out to wherever it is that we're going, wherever these resource points are. And then, like I say, because there's a couple of these points here, so like just down here in front of the ship, where it comes in sort of flat and we can mine it, create some steps or a road down and in, and again same on this side, goes down and round that way. It also has these central little spire things that I quite like. I assume it's like molten rock that gets thrown back up when the meteor hits, which is pretty cool. And yeah, like I say, over this side at the top here, there's another flat area where we can have an exit and an entrance. And I think there's another one just about there somewhere, and that one. So there's a few positions where we can get in and out from up here. And when you are down here, just so you can see the scale of this crater. I think my landing gear is having a little bit of an issue there, but yep, that's cool. So think they're locked. I'm not really sure. I think the one on this side must be unlocked. I don't know, maybe it's sat on the ship itself. Who knows? Anyway, like I say, the scale of the crater down here at this level, you can see that the walls of the crater are at least, I don't know, 100 meters or so, 150 meters into the middle. It's got these three kind of interesting peaks that I can sort of mould in or even get rid of if it comes to it, flatten the entire level bottom out. But you can see from this level where all the way around here there's a similar level. I mean, you've got to look a little bit when it gets round here and through this bit, but maybe we'll put a tunnel through it, who knows. But the idea is to have this circular spiraling city coming out from the inside, and the monorail that I've been working on going around that second level, and then I'll have other trains and monorails and whatnot going out towards collection facilities and refining plants and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I say, from down here you can really get a sense of the scale. It's a long way up. We're about 100 meters down to the top of the site, so we've got 100 meters of space to build in, and then there's plenty of resources all around. There's a couple of mountains out here where we could build a couple of other bits that we can see from here, another outpost maybe over there somewhere, but I think this is probably going to be my personal choice. So this would be number one. In fact, I'm just typing that in. Okay. So there we go. Let's just turn off all of these so that we can see just how far away that other site is. So we've got us here, should be, yeah, green one over there. So it's only about 6 kilometers away, so we could actually have an outpost there and here. As you can tell from this angle, you actually get a little bit of sun when it comes around that way in the afternoon, and a little bit over here in the morning. So what we'd have to do is set up a solar tower off one of these mountains or off the rim of the crater, and yeah, just hope that we don't get bothered too much by any of the passing traffic. We can go and check out some of the local buildings and stuff. My personal preference is for this crater. If I don't get a lot of votes, I will just go for this one. If you really want me to, I will go for that one, because that one actually is more equatorial, as in the sun comes up over there, goes round that way and over there, so it is more equatorial. But like I say, I just prefer the design on the other one a little bit more. So I'll just blast over there, quick jump. And the benefit of this one would be that the moon is right, the Earth is right above where we are. So let's just come in and have a look. Again, assess it. This one is much smaller than the other crater. It has got a lot of the stuff that I like. Here, for instance, it looks like we could try and build a road down and in, and it would go all the way round a fair way. I mean, the wall here is pretty thick, so yeah, we could get a level round here, all the way around actually, have it spiral, come all the way around, all the way back to itself. Maybe have a straight down there, up, who knows, maybe another down and an up on this side. I just think it's too small for what I want to do. So, I mean, outlying, it's got a couple of interesting features near it. But like I say, I just... did I rename the wrong one? I think I did, yeah. So, I have a feeling it's this way, but I could be wrong, because that's not the right thing, it's that I was looking for. So let's have a little doozy back on over this way, and hopefully we'll find the crater that I wanted. I mean, it could have been that direction. And let's just double check, because I think it might be. That place was about 5 kilometers away. Although that actually looks like the crater that I scouted out earlier, so I think it must be this way. I could be completely lost right now, so let's just get the GPS back for... this one, maybe? Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. So the listening post, I can see it from here. Yeah, it doesn't like me being here. Again, there's a couple of interesting features near this one that we could take advantage of, and even if I come over this way a little bit, this mountain range is quite interesting. Just an interesting geological feature, and there is the sun rising right now, so we'll head back over here, and you can see actually just how big the crater is when that ship is parked in the middle of it. So let's just go back into the GPSs. I think that was the wrong one. So let's just change that to green. So we've got these two choices. There's the large, far more complicated one, which means I'm going to have a much longer series, which I'm kind of down for. I kind of want to do some building in this one. There's 2 outposts over there. I mean, this isn't the... I'll probably start a new game because I don't want to have a build limit based on the amount of blocks I've already built on the Earth. And it might cause the game to lag a little bit. So, like I say, if you, one way or another, I'm going to have to start with the respawn pod. But I might have to start in creative mode and spawn the ship in exactly where we are right now, and start the season from there. So, yeah, like I say, maybe we should plant a flag quickly, just to say we did it. I thought I had steel plate in my inventory. I do. I think that's because it's a small block. Yes. So I think there or thereabouts is actually the center of something was loading in then. Pretty much the center of
Energy low.
I thought I was in creative mode for a second then. Just right click it and it'll disappear. There we go. I don't know how many blocks that was I just placed, but that puts us virtually at the level of the rim. So yeah, like I say, that's the flag planted. Make your vote now. Crater 1, Crater 2, and between whether you want me to use the Aero A50 in the next episode, or whether you want me to spawn in the landing pod. Yeah, appreciate your time. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back for the next episode. So yeah, catch you in a bit.